And we're live. What's going on, guys? Uh, what do we have today? All right, today we're going to be, first of all, welcome. Happy New Year, everyone. So today we're going to be talking about on this channel, just like anime reviews. All right, we're just going to be talking about our thoughts on the previous anime that was released last week, I believe. So I'm going to be covering, just giving my thoughts, my ideas on five different anime. We're going to be talking about Solo Leveling, Sakamoto Days, um, Rurouni Kenshin, Grisaia Phantom Trigger, and what's the last one? And Dragon Ball Daima. All right, so I'm just gonna be giving my thoughts on them, and ideally, I'd like you guys to let me know your thoughts as well in the comments. But this is a stream, so hopefully once this channel gets bigger, you let me know your thoughts on it as well in the chats, in the comments, and on stream with me, right? So I want this community to be a more vocal community. Is my audio okay? So I want it to be a more vocal community. And like I said, we're covering 5 different anime, or just any anime that really comes up on our radar, right? And we're just going to be talking about it, giving our thoughts, our ideas on it. And yeah, you can do that in the comments, you can do that on chat, and you can do that on stream. All right. So again, if that sounds good to you, let's get into it. So if you like the channel, by the way, just if you like the content, you like my thoughts, or you like the format, let me know in the comments. Support the channel, like, share, subscribe. If there's any constructive criticism you have as well, let me know as well. All right. And for those who don't know, I am Coco Dan. I am the host and creator of the channel. And yeah, I'm not a critic or an expert in anime or anything. I'm just a anime enthusiast like a lot of you. I enjoy anime. I enjoy manga. And yeah, I'm just giving my thoughts. The only thing I might have above some of you is the amount of the time I've spent watching anime, right? As you can tell from my hairline, receding hairline, I got some years on me. So, so yeah, just if you like the content, just support the channel. All right, so the first one we'll talk about at the end. I will also give my anime of the week, by the way, and you can let me know yours in the comments. So the first we're talking about is Solo Leveling. Okay, and Solo Leveling, this episode was amazing, right? As usual, it was my pick for anime of the year, 2024. But this episode was definitely amazing. And then, obviously you see on Twitter or Instagram or Discord or wherever, a lot of people had mixed reviews on it, right? They didn't like that it maybe skipped out on a few scenes. It didn't look maybe as the pacing wasn't the best for a lot of people. Guys, I don't know. This might help you. This is a tip I use. But when I'm watching an anime or I get news that one of my favorite anime or an arc in a favorite manga, for instance, or manhwa in this instance, is being adapted, I do not read the arc. Okay, I don't know if it helps, but for me, it allows me to enjoy the experience. I've already read Solo Leveling, so I know how it ends, but there's so much in between that I can't remember. So when I heard that we were going to get an adaptation, what I would do is I would not read, I'd try to find out when it would start, like when the adaptation would start from and where it would end. And I would not read that part, right? Because I want the feeling, it can never be as good as the first, right? But I wanted that feeling again, just a little fresh feeling of that. I wanted some of that, just as close as I can get it to be, right? So I don't read the arc. So And when I watch it, it's almost like, oh yeah, this happened. Oh yeah, this is true. Oh, that, like so you get to kind of relive that experience. If you're doing one-to-one comparisons of them, it becomes harder. You become more critical, more judgmental. What are these guys doing? Blah blah blah. So I don't know if it helps, but it's a tip that I use for myself. So don't read. Just a tip, friendly tip. Don't read the arc. Don't try to read them at the same time. Don't do a one-to-one comparison of them. It might take away the experience for you. So for me, it was pretty good. I liked the episode. I didn't have any issues with it. I know a lot of people have problems. It was fine for me. Now, yeah, there were key moments. There were certain things maybe I didn't like about the episode, but it wasn't because of a comparison to the manhwa, right? I think one of the nicest key moments for me was when Yu Jinho got to see his new skill, like Sung Woo's Sung Jin Woo's power up. So he got to see the skill, the shadows and all that. It's funny because he's probably been with him the longest, so you think he would be the first to see it, but those guys saw it. But it's cool, and he got to see it, and that was pretty cool. We also got an introduction to his dad, Jinwoo's dad. I believe it's Song Ilhwan. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. I apologize if I'm butchering that, but we got to see that, and then he also got 2 out of that 3 items he needs to help heal his mom, which was pretty cool, right? So we know that was one of his biggest goals, to grab as much items as he could and help, find a way to heal his mom from that sleeping sickness. So that was pretty cool. The fight scenes was amazing against Vulcan. It was crazy that someone so big could move that nimble. And I kind of did like that they did give him some kind of challenge. If he was just breezing through all these obstacles, Sung Jingwoo, if he was just breezing through these obstacles, it'd just be kind of boring, right? Nobody wants to watch that. So I did like that. He got little few surprises here and there. Still ended quickly, but it was at least surprising. And I also like that he also understands that some of these guys he fights, like when in last episode he fought Baruka, and he understood that, hey, this guy's stronger than me. All right, so he's not just relying on, oh, I'm so OP already. He's still getting stronger. He still has a more level-minded, he's more grounded approach. So it's pretty cool. I also like that Jinwoo's dad, by the end of this episode, was shown that, okay, this guy is probably like S rank at the very least, right? His ability is that good. So that was pretty cool. And yeah, the only thing I guess I might not have really liked too much was the whole Yu Jinho's thing about being a brother and stuff. I mean, I understand someone saved your life. I don't know if it's a cultural thing, so I'm not sure, but I don't know if I would jump all the way to brother. But again, it saved your life and you've worked with them, but still, I don't know. Brother is a bit much. Then again, I love my brother, so it's probably harder if if your brother doesn't like you, right? Yeah, and I also love the VA. I didn't catch his name. I don't know his name. I know the voice, but I can, when I edit this a little bit, I'll put him up there. But Sung's dad, his VA, Japanese voice actor, always cool to hear him. But yeah, I'm excited for the next episode. I think it will be amazing. I think it will be an amazing adaptation. What we have from the trailer, we have killer fight coming up. And from what everyone else is saying, it looks like we have something really nice by the end, for the island arc. Okay, so that's my thought on Solo Leveling. Let me know yours in the comments below. So the next for me was Sakamoto Days. And I'm new to this, guys. I'm new to Sakamoto Days. I've never seen it before. It was I'd never read the manga or anything. So to me, it was pretty cool. It was also especially cool, obviously, that it's Gintoki's. I mean, yeah, Gintoki's voice, the same voice actor who does Gintoki from Gintama. That was pretty cool. I loved this episode. I still don't know. Don't spoil it, guys. Okay, just a quick, reminder. Just guys, just be respectful. With spoilers. If you're gonna give any spoilers, just put a warning. But I still don't understand Shin's ability. Like being able to read minds is crazy, right? It's amazing. And we got a little more on it in the sense that it's not just OP like that. It's like, okay, it's like a frequency. I like that technicality to it. So that's pretty cool. So being able to read minds, that's amazing. I love how he was able to, that was genius. Him and Sakamoto being almost like a player one and a character controller. And he was able to still move, and beat that guy, right? The assassin. That was pretty cool. So that was amazing. The opening song for something this hype, I don't know. I didn't really feel it. I wasn't digging it. It was all right. It was meh. I just skip it. I mean, I listened to it, but maybe it grows on you. I don't know, but it wasn't enough for me. But that was maybe like the only dislike I had, or I have had so far in the season. The animation is cool. The fight scenes are nice. It's a little bit darker in the sense like maybe the shading or the art style or the animation. I don't know, but it's a little darker, but it's cool. It's still pretty good. I have no issues with it. The action is crazy. The impacts of the punches and everything, which is key to action anime, is amazing. I love it. So yeah, that was I think it was pretty cool. I do want to know. It's also pretty funny how Sakamoto likes to talk to Shin, just because he knows he reads minds, so he just talks to him through that. So that's pretty cool. So Dragon Ball Daima, we got an introduction to King Goma's own version of maybe the Ginyu Force. Stupid as usual, right? Goofy guys as usual, but I don't even think these guys are on that same level, right? They don't seem to be strong at all or powerful at all, but we'll see. We'll see. Maybe they might have tricks up their sleeves. Don't know. Plus, the guys are all kids now, right? So we'll see. And we got to get a taste of the old Namekian's power, Neva. That was pretty crazy to see what he was able to do. Why he put those shields up while there's so much of a distance between the three different demon worlds. But that dude he created the Tamagamis. He created the shield. The dude, like, what else did this dude do, right? So, and I think the Dragon Balls as well. So the dude is crazy, right? So I just wonder what else he's got in store for us. The dude is legit, like legit a badass. So it looks like from the trailer, it looks like there's going to be more action next episode. So I'm looking forward to that because, yeah, it was more of a world building type of episode. Yeah, so it was more of a world building. They've gone to the third world, but you can tell that we're getting towards the end game. So that's pretty cool as well. Yeah. Next up, we have Rurouni Kenshin. Now, guys, Kenshin has a special place in my heart, specifically because it was the first anime I ever watched. Now, I didn't know what I was watching. All I knew that it was better than whatever else was on TV, right? And it was amazing. I couldn't tell what was going on. Guys, when I was a kid, right, I'm originally from Nigeria, West Africa, and our country, we didn't have like access to 24/7, even now, 24/7 electricity. So you kind of, when there was no electricity, when there was no power, you kind of had to keep yourself, especially in those days. I'm so old. In those days, you kind of had to keep yourself entertained. And I had a cousin who could draw. Shout out to him, Big J. And he would, whenever he came over, I would tell him, "Oh, draw Kenshin, draw this guy," and he would literally draw them on a piece of paper, right? He'd draw them on a piece of paper. I'd cut it out with like scissors, and then I just use that to play. Like, that's crazy. But Kenshin was my first anime before Dragon Ball, before everything. I couldn't tell what was going on, but I It just looked amazing. And so to me, this whole experience, I'd never, even when I could watch anime, I never wanted to watch it because of the old animation style. I'm still not big on that. But finally, they did it in the 2023 version. I believe, it's a redo with a sharper, better animation. To me, I love it. I love it. Apparently, it's also one-to-one comparison, so it's amazing to me. I'm loving it. I'm even rewatching certain episodes, and that to me, when I can rewatch something, that tells how good it is. But the key moments for me in this episode was, Okina is still alive. It's not really any surprise there. I thought he'd die, but Kenshin is also not that dark, right? It's dark some places when you're not a. You only got to worry if you're a mob character, right? If you're a mob character, you got to worry. You get worried. You get killed off. But if you're semi-important, you'll be fine. You might never be able to hold a sword again, but hey, you'll be fine. But yeah. So to me, that was Okina is still alive. Megumi and Sanosuke have arrived in Kyoto, so that's cool. So we already got the healer, we got the brawler. Kuna's voice actor, I'll put up his name when I edit this. It's embarrassing, I don't know it, but he's one of my favorite voice actors. And he's here, and he's also badass. He's also OP to some degree, right? The blind swordsman Usui, right? That's who I'm talking about. Sukuna, the guy who voices Sukuna from Jujutsu Kaisen, is the same guy who voices it. So he's here, and guys, don't even tell me if I'm right, but just from my experience of watching anime, I can tell there's a little bit of foreshadowing that he is going to be fighting Psycho, right? Even you see in the little comments that Cho made, like, oh, you look like a tough guy, but he'll probably take you on and be like, oh, that's interesting. Da da da. I think that's how that fight would end. He's supposed to be second only. Usui is supposed to be second only to what's his name, Shishio, and let's say what's the other kid's name? What's his name? So what is his name? Sojiro, right? So he's only second to those guys, but the dude is amazing. Sojiro, by the way, you can tell his archetype is that old genius. I pick it up first time, I'm good at it. Those annoying characters. Or a double agent. I would not be surprised if he pulls that off. Like, it's just like, it's almost clear at this point. It's like, oh, get to the end. It's like, you know what? It's more interesting to be with you guys. I've been with Shishio and I tried it his way, da da da. But you guys seem like this is going to be fun. I've seen how his plan worked or didn't work. Now I want to see how you guys work, right? I can tell that's kind of his angle. I'm predicting, who knows. And but yeah, I love that. The opening is amazing. I loved it. I don't really skip that one. And yeah, for the next episode, I don't know, man. They want Kenshin. Apparently, the way to get that final technique is to kill your master. I doubt that's going to happen, but I do see the master dying somehow, maybe in some way of stay giving his life to Kenshin, or maybe never being able to hold a sword again, or something like that. That's the most I see. Right? That's from my experience watching anime. That's a trope that can happen. And finally, we have Grisaia Phantom Trigger Episode 3 recap. Now, Grisaia Phantom Trigger, I love the animation. If you check some of my videos, you see one of the fights in one of the previous movies between Maki and her sister. And the animation is crisp, it's good. It's all hot girls. But I got into it because of the older ones, right? The Grisaia, whatever, and the main character, the dude Yuto. He was good. He was good. He was a Chad. He was not those, oh, I don't know, a girl likes me, I don't know what to do type of guys. I'm not that nonsense. The dude was badass. He could fight. He could, and he was in control. All right, so shout out to that, that whole intro, that whole prelude. But yeah, this seems like it takes place after, and it's looking good, man. We got to see a little backstory of what's her name? The blonde girl's hair. I'm sorry, the blonde girl's backstory. I have to put it. I'll put a picture up or something. But we got to see her Kujirase, right? We got to see Kujirase's backstory. Her mom died, in the terrorist attack. Taiga and Kujirase got rescued in this, episode. So that's pretty cool. And they did it on time as well. Still trying to think about who actually was behind it. It looks like it might have been a religious organization, or it could have been from Taiga's family. Still not sure. I guess we'll find out hopefully by the end. But I'm loving it, man. The art style is great. The animation is crisp. You know, this new guy, Haruto, he's a badass. I'm not really a fan of like effeminate looking dudes, like, with long hair and, looking as good as the women and stuff. It's not really my thing, but it's not saying it's bad. It's just not my preference. It's just, but he's still a badass. I mean, he's got a sword. He's killing it. So yeah, I'm looking forward to more. Maybe more backstories. It's funny. It's cool. We look like we have a baddie coming in for the next episode, so that's gonna be cool. Wonder what her story is gonna look like. And yeah, I like Toka's view on the 10-minute suffering of like being shot in the kidneys. Compared to the pain of losing a loved one when she was taking out the terrorists. Like, right? She pinpointed like the kidneys of her victims. And she's like, yeah, you suffer for 10 minutes. Even if you stop the bleeding, you're still struggling for 10 minutes before you die. So I like that. That comparison. But yeah, guys, those are my thoughts. It's a quick, short stream. Those are my thoughts on, the anime we've got. And let me know your thoughts in the comments below. All right, guys. Again, this format of this channel, guys, is to build a community, a more vocal community. All right, a more vocal community where people can like speak their ideas. Right, it's not just enough to do it in the chat or in the comments. I'd like to eventually bring you guys on stream with me. Right, and yeah, I'm just working around doing a couple of things. It might seem the lighting might be a little off in the video, or I hope the audio is okay. But just stick around, guys. Any criticisms, any thing you would like me to know, just put it in the comments below. And if you like the comment, you like my thoughts, you want to share your thoughts, you like the format, you like anything, just support the channel. It goes a long way. All right, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in. If you watched, you got all the way to the end. Leave a like. All right, if you got all the way to the end, you liked something. So just leave a like and let me know in the comments, guys. All right. Those are my thoughts. My anime for the week easily, I would say, would be. It's not actually easily. I'd still give it to Solo Leveling. Still my anime of the week. Let me know your anime of the week. This past week, right? Not this one coming in. Not the one we're just entering, right? This is being released on a Monday. Not this one. I'm talking about last week. So my anime of last week was Solo Leveling episode 3. Let me know yours. All right, guys. That's it for me. I will see you in the next one.